Ba-bum. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I don't remember the last time I looked okay on camera because I think my last videos have been like my hair video and then like reactions, and those are like right when I wake up, so there's like no chance of me looking decent. So here I am. I'm just gonna get right into it because this was one of my most requested videos. It is currently March 11th. I've probably been requested this video since like I studied abroad in Korea. My like start of this channel, I guess. As you can tell by the title, is going to be a BTS spots in Korea video. Just like a fair warning, this is going to be a video that is mainly focused on the BTS spots that I have been to in Korea. And then at the end of like everything that I'm going to mention of places that I like to go to and everything, I will mention just some like extra mentions that have popped up recently or that I haven't been able to go to yet, but I know a lot of you would like love to go to if you're ever in Korea. I have my laptop right here because I have a Google Doc of all the places that I want to like make sure I hit. I think there's one that I'm going to mention that like isn't around anymore, but I just want to mention because I just want to mention it. And if you would also like to just see maybe like general Korea, like maybe my favorite spots in Korea, how to get around Korea for someone who like went to Korea when I didn't know much Korean in the beginning, tips and tricks, things like that. I've done Q&As about Korea before and everything in my Korea vlogs. I could also make like a general video about that too if you guys are interested in that, maybe in the future sometime soon. Just another PSA, I guess. Most of these places are going to be in Seoul, so I do have a couple mentions that aren't in Seoul, but keep that in mind. And I will also try my best to leave all the information you need down in the description, so make sure to check the description box after. It'll probably have like address or a link to tell you how to get there, or at least it'll have everything I talk about like listed, so if anything you could Google like how to get to blank. Number one place to go to related to BTS concert. I just wanted to touch on this because I feel like it's very like obvious, sure, and they don't hold concerts all the time, so I know it's like not possible at all points of the year. If you happen to go to Korea around the time maybe BTS is promoting a comeback or anything, if BTS is having a concert, if they're having a fan meeting, anything like that, I would highly recommend going to the venue of the event being held, or at least like general surrounding areas, because usually they are very cutely decorated with either banners of each member, an OT7 banner. People will be handing out freebies. I just really wanted to mention that because like I feel like people have this thought and stigma maybe that like if you don't have tickets to like these events or whatever that you can't go, but that's very false, because sometimes I feel like even especially BTS concerts, just going for the atmosphere itself, especially in Korea, is like the best thing you could possibly do. I just love being around ARMY and BTS in that atmosphere. And if anything, if there's an event, even if there's not an event, if you go around maybe a birthday or the anniversary or anything like that, even like randomly you might be able to find some just like subway stations, just general subway stations like around Korea. You can definitely see that they have like ads, birthday ads, just fun ads for like just showing your love for a member or something, and I love to see those in random subway stations to just like take photos with. I have like a couple. So yeah, sometimes there's not really a direct place to go when it comes to BTS related things. Some of my favorite things to see in Korea are like those subway ads that are so cute, and I'll just like stop and then I'll be like, yeah, that's my first one. A very general one that like I know is not a physical place you can really go to if it's not like that season, but I just really wanted to mention it. Second one, oh, did you guys hear my arm crack? K-Star Road. It's off of a subway station and an exit. It's basically a place where they have like these figures that like represent K-pop groups. I don't think they update it to like groups now. The BTS one is really old, but it still has their signatures and everything on it. But they have like other groups. They have the BTS one, there's a shiny one, CN Blue, Girls' Generation. BTS have taken a picture at their hip hop monster, their little like figure before in the past. The first time I went was when I studied abroad, and I took pictures with it and everything, and I just think it's a really cute place to go take a picture with like a really cute just little BTS figure. And I'm the kind of person that just likes to take pictures of anything BTS related, just for funsies, you know. And knowing that they've been there, and like when I touched it, I just felt like a spark, you know. I'm also low-key delusional when I go to those places and take photos. I'm like, they've been here, wow, like their touch, so warm. And then there's a huge Gangnam Style one if you just wanna, if you're a size stan. Third one I have written down is laundry pizza. I'm sure a lot of you guys know about this because we've all done our research at one time or another about like BTS spots in Korea. Definitely one of my favorites because it's not only a spot, but it is a restaurant, so I can eat pizza, which is my favorite food like ever. It's like in a place where you have to go like downstairs, and then it's there and it's decorated really cute, and it just like looks aesthetic from the outside. Like Korea just has a way to make all their places look so aesthetically pleasing, and like you just want to go in. And like you order, there's a bunch of different kind of pizzas, and their pizzas are bomb. I really like the potato one and cheese because I'm basic. And they have like pictures of BTS up on their wall of like where they took photos, like at the like laundry thing. That's really cool. I just love when places also advertise that like BTS is there because they know the audience that wants to go there. Like they know. I think it's really cool too because BTS is bringing these places like business on a good rate because people are always wanting to go there, because ∫/her was such an amazing era. You go there, order your pizza, take some photos, eat your pizza, and then leave. Even if you're not a BTS fan, I recommend you go because their pizza is bomb. 4. I just have generally written down the Lime Friends store. Oh, I think I smeared off my lipstick. In Seoul, I believe, oh, I could be wrong, 4 of them. Recently, I went to like 4 of them. I know there's one in Myeongdong, there's one in Hongdae, there's one in Itaewon, and there's one in Gangnam. So there's 4 that you could go to. Itaewon one is the one where BTS was when they created like the BT21 characters. I think that's like the main flagship. So if you want to go to where like BTS actually was, and they have like their actual drawings, and the Van there, the Van figure is like signed by all of them. It's like the cafe they were at and everything too. It's just in general, the Itaewon one is probably the main one you guys want to go to. I highly recommend going to all 4. I love the cafe in the Hongdae location the best because I like how it's downstairs and like it just looks so urban, cool, aesthetic. One store might have something that the other store doesn't, and so on. So like check your options. Next, this is another one that like isn't there anymore, and I don't think it's there anymore, but I just really wanted to mention because it was like such a fun experience, was the House of BTS, which was the pop-up. You know, who knows, they might bring it back eventually, they might bring it to America eventually, they might, who knows. BTS pop-up that was around in Seoul for a good amount of time, like a couple months. It was there when I went for the final, and it was the like best place on earth. I feel like that needs to become like a permanent thing, like just like a BTS shop in general. Yeah, the pop-up was absolutely everything you would ever want from like a pop-up, especially BTS one, with like the figurines, they with love set, they had DNA room, the idol set. One of my favorite things about BTS spots is like, sure, the spots itself and like taking photos, but if a member has been there specifically and has like shared photos, I always try to recreate like photos that they've taken there. So like for example, at the House of BTS, I took a picture like Taehyung, how he posed with his little Taehyung figure. I posed with this little Taehyung figure. It's kind of those things where you're just so influenced by these men that you don't know and they don't know you exist, but you both mutually love each other. If you're watching this and you're planning a trip to Seoul, I know the House of BTS probably won't be there, but maybe there will be another thing. Always do your research because it's always possible. 6. If the lighting keeps changing, it's because it's sunny, but then the cloud will go in front of the sun and then it gets like not sunny. A place that I went to because of a Run BTS episode, it's the Run BTS episode where they go to a cafe and make lattes.
방금 에스프레소를 양치했는데 괜찮네요. 그래마가 날라다녀.
And it's called 𝘮𝘃𝘗 Cafe. It's either 𝘮𝘃𝘗 Cafe or Cafe 𝘮𝘃𝘗. Such a cute like cafe that it definitely, the focal point of it is not, it's not like a BTS cafe. It's very much like Laundry Pizza, how it's like a normal operating business, but BTS went there and that's how their business like definitely got more customers, especially ARMY at least. They have like a wall, or at least when I went, they had like a wall BTS photos. I think the era at the time was Tier. It was either Tier or Answer, but they had a bunch of photos of them up just like on the wall, like aesthetically, like clipped on like wired things. It looked really cute. Like, it was so cool. And they have like the menu at the register, and it has BTS's photo there. You order your drinks and it has all the BTS drinks that they made, but it doesn't tell you which member made which drink. So I had to do my research just to make sure. And I think Taehyung had made the Indomie latte, and that's what I got. But I got iced because I think he made the hot one, but I got iced. I also have like a really cute neon sign on my lips. Ugh. Some of the members took photos there, like for example, Taehyung took a photo there, and then I took a photo there to match him. So just photo ops like that are like opportunities, are my favorite thing about going to like these BTS spots in Korea. And I highly recommend going to this one because the drinks are really bomb too. The drinks are bomb. 7 is one of my favorite restaurants. It's Yujong Shikdang, which is the place where BTS always went to when they were trainees. Ajuma that works there, she's super nice. There's the specific like table that they always sat at, and like they have photos of like what members sat at what seat. Like the restaurant itself is like, it's obviously Korean food, duh, but it's so good. It's so simple, but it's so good. I always get the bangtan bibimbap. She'll always come over and be like, she would like name the things and be like, oh, that member always got that, like, who's your bias? And then I was like, oh, Taehyung. And she was like, oh, Taehyung? Oh yeah, bangtan bibimbap. Like, he would always get that. And I was like, she could be lying to me, she could be telling me the truth, it don't matter because I'll believe her. And I was like, it just feels really homey, and it's decked out in BTS photos and like cup sleeves and banners and slogans and signatures, and like it's just decked out. If you're going to Korea, this is definitely one of the like star places make sure to go to. So highly recommend going there for lunch or dinner whenever you're in Korea, and it's just like open your eyes to like the beauty that is being surrounded by BTS 24/7 when you're eating. It's great. 8 is the RM Forest. This is a generally new one, I believe. I think it opened in 2019, like late 2019, like September-ish or so. Maybe around his birthday. Probably around his birthday. It's literally just like there's a little sign that says like RM Forest, so you'll know you're there. It's a little forest, like a little cute one. It's so cute. It's so June. Because we all know how much like Namjoon loves nature and like preserving the environment, and how much he likes being out in the nature. It's a really cute thing that I think like it was so cool of fans to like do that for him for his birthday, and I highly recommend going to that, even just to take a whiff of fresh air and just to like see some nature. You can have a picnic around there maybe. Number 9 is the Lotte Star Avenue, because we all know that BTS has like they worked with Lotte a couple of times. Like they're part of the Lotte family. There you go. How they had like the Lotte family concert and everything. A nice little hallway, I would say, hallway tunnel thing, where they have the handprints of like the BTS members, and like also these like digital screens that like when you press the handprint, like if I press the Taehyung handprint on that digital screen, like Taehyung will come up and he'll just like be posing or say something, which I think is really cool. They have like commercials of BTS and other groups playing like all around in the tunnel. Like it's really cool. It's hard to explain. At the end of the tunnel there's like a little mirror thing where like you can press like, oh, BTS Taehyung, and then like Taehyung will come up virtually and just like stand there, and you can like take a picture with him because he's like standing there at like your level, which I think is really cool. Highly recommend going there. Number 10 is one of my favorite cafes. I love going here, is the Min's. BTS also always went here a lot when they were like pre-debut, and also like after debut, before they like blew up. The owners are so sweet. They're like an elderly couple that are just like literally the sweetest things ever. Signed BTS albums up. They also have signed albums of other groups, but since this is a BTS focused video, like a BTS drink. It's not called the BTS drink, but I believe it's the 5 berry drink. Members would always drink it, even in pictures that BTS members have posted there. Sometimes, or most of the time, you'll see them carrying that drink, the like 5 berry drink. You can kind of tell by the color. And the 5 berry drink is so good. It's like the perfect mix of sour and sweet. And they have pictures of BTS everywhere, like a little chair spot. They have a picture of like V-Man and like a picture they took together, so you can like reenact that photo, which I have done for sure. A very small cafe, but it's super cute. Next is a very general one. It's the Yeouido Hangang Park, which is like Yeouido. It's in Yeouido and it's like a park that's on the Han River. I know Namjoon loves to like ride bikes on the river. I know other members of BTS do too, but I know Namjoon does it pretty frequently, and he's mentioned Yeouido Park before. They have like the huge 𝑖-SEOUL at that park. It's super simple to like rent a bike for like an hour or two and just like ride it along the river and then come back. It was one of my favorite things I did in Seoul, like ever. The warmth and then the like cool air, if you do it when it's warm. The warmth and the cool air running through your hair, surrounded by the trees, the river, people having fun. Like, it's just such a good environment. I love it. Highly recommend going to that one. If you're there during the spring too, they have beautiful cherry blossoms there. So that is also a plus. Well, I feel like when I upload this, it's gonna be backwards. I feel like it's gonna say 21. Number 12 is going to be 2 in 1 because it's amusement parks. It's Lotte World and Everland, which are two of the amusement parks I went to while I was in Korea. But first, Lotte World. I love Lotte World. It's like an amusement park that has like an inside and an outside. So like even if it rains, you can go to Lotte World. You can go to the inside area. And obviously BTS has been to Lotte World. That's why I'm mentioning this in a run episode. The inside part is where the Viking is. It's where that like fun roller coaster is. It's where that log ride one is, where like they had to take photos. My favorite is the Viking though. There's something about the Viking gets me every time, where it's just like the feeling of like everything in your body going up and then down. Instantly start giggling like a maniac. I mean, that's what I feel. I know that's not what Hoseok was feeling. Then we went on the log ride and we like tried to reenact the photos that like they took, where like we got like the cute little frog headbands that Taekook were wearing. Tried on the like Shiba the dog masks, a rabbit one. So the inside area of Lotte World is definitely like really fun, but then if it's nice weather, you can go to the outside area too, and they have a really fun like spinning coaster that is super fun, and bumper cars, things like that. Definitely a BTS spot because BTS filmed a run episode there. And then the second one is Everland, which is another amusement park. It's a little further. Once you get there, it's so cool because it's like all outdoors, so it has to be good weather if you go. Way more like roller coasters and just like fun team. I think BTS was at Everland when they did the zombie episode, because Everland has that Halloween event. I really wanted to do the Halloween event when I was in Korea for the final, but I didn't know that it sold out so fast. So when I tried to buy tickets, it was already sold out. So I was like, next time I want to make it a point to go to that, because that's literally what BTS did. They didn't like ride rides there on a run episode or anything like they did at Lotte World, but highly recommend because Everland is just fun in itself. And for both Lotte World and Everland, if you guys are going to Seoul soon and want to go to both of these places, if you look in the description down below, which you guys should do anyways because it's where I'm gonna leave all this information like compacted, I'll leave a link down below to 𝘬𝘃, which is going to be your savior when you're in Korea as a foreigner. On 𝘬𝘃 you can literally book anything. You can book tickets to like music festivals, you can book tickets to these amusement parks, you can book tours, you can just really like book tickets to a lot of things at a discounted price. If you guys want to buy tickets to Lotte World or Everland at a discounted price, go ahead and click the link that I leave down below in the description. Cheaper than you'll get it anywhere on 𝘬𝘃. 13 is the house 𝘬𝘃. It's a generally not new one, but last festa, so last June. It's 𝘬𝘃, but it's called the house in English. It's where BTS filmed their BTS dinner party for their anniversary, what they posted on YouTube. Such a cute little small restaurant. I went during the final, like when I was there for final. I went the day before my concert and it was packed with ARMY. I'm sure that whole time it was like really packed with ARMY, and they were blasting BTS, and like they have a BTS set menu, which is really cool. I think it was like tteokbokki and like something with shrimp and some chips or something. 𝘬-𝘴𝘵, the house, is a very cute place. I love it. It's really small, so if you get there and it's busy, you'll probably have to wait. It's definitely worth the wait because the food is bomb, and it's a BTS spot. There's the like big the house sign on the inside where like you can see that in the BTS dinner party, like that they're sitting right there. So like I took pictures there. I love places where like you get kind of like a benefit out of it. Like it's not only related to BTS, but you get really bomb food too. I wish BTS would put out like a food tour list or something. Well, I guess that would ruin it because they wouldn't be able to eat there all the time. I get it. I just want to know what they eat so I can eat it too. It makes me feel closer to them, as if we're friends, you know? The 𝘬-𝘴𝘢's coming out. Yeah, the house, really good place. 14 is going to be 𝘬 bookstore. It is where Namjoon goes all the time whenever he just wants to relax or get away. There's a little trek to the place because it's like a very small village where it's at. He came and like opened the door for us and was like, oh, you order and then you can go into the inside and we'll bring you your drink. We ordered iced chocos. Those were bomb. You get in and it screams June. Namjoon stands. If you go, it'll be like an otherworldly experience. So dramatic. People watching this are gonna be like, you're literally crazy. Exudes Namjoon energy. 100%. Like I felt like he was there. We took photos where Namjoon took those like iconic photos that he had posted on Twitter and everything. Namjoon's signature is also right there, his autograph I should say. It's super quiet because it is like a kind of like a book cafe. Links or address will be down in the description because that's your best chance of knowing how to get there. I cannot speak on how to get there. I forget where I went yesterday. The next 3, so what is it? 15, 16, and 17 are going to be places out of Seoul, and it's like very general places. I'm not going to tell you specific places. If you're in South Korea for long enough and have the opportunity to travel throughout Korea, I 100% recommend going to Busan. I loved Busan, the southern tip of South Korea, and it is where Jungkook and Jimin were like born and raised. It just felt so much more fresh than the city of Seoul. I think we went for like a weekend, but it was super nice, and we did like fireworks on the beach, and it was just nice to be like, oh, you know, like they grew up here. Like even if they're not at the specific place I went to in Busan, I think that's really cool. Taking the KTX down from Seoul to like Busan, I highly recommend. I also highly recommend going to Gwangju. It's where Hoseok was born and raised. I went to Gwangju when I visited my friend that was studying abroad there, Sarah. She had known people that were like, oh yeah, like J-Hope always came here. One of the bibimbap places you went to, like they said that Hoseok always went there. Just also, like I said, being in that space where Hoseok grew up, it was just really cool. I didn't get to go to Daegu, but on my way to Busan, I drove through Daegu and I took this picture. Lastly, but not least, if anything, most recommended, is Jeju! Jeju Island, which is that little island off of the southern tip of South Korea. My favorite thing that we did there was a little before when I went to Jeju, Taehyung had gone to Jeju with his friend Park Bo-gum, and they like took a bunch of pictures. And when I went to Jeju, I was like, with my friend Anna that like loves Park Bo-gum. So we made sure to find those beautiful yellow flowers to take photos like them. So here are those photos. I also have that Jeju vlog. And that was one of my favorite things, because I was like, even if they didn't take pictures at this particular place of yellow flowers, I was like, we both took pictures with yellow flowers in Jeju. And Jeju in general just has like so many things to do. I think I read somewhere that Yoongi's brother has a cafe in Jeju. I've never been there, so that's like a BTS related thing you could do in Jeju too. That is all for my recommendations of BTS related places to go. Again, that's definitely not all of them. Like I said, I haven't been to a lot still, but these are all the places that I can think of at this moment that I've been to. If I find more that I've been to, or I go back to Korea and I go to more, I will definitely make a part 2 of this video, because why not? I love rambling about BTS and Korea. As for places I recommend going BTS related that I haven't been to, I'll just name them really quickly. But stop, Jin has a restaurant, a new cafe that's like a permanent BTS cafe, Big Hit Entertainment Company. What else? I think that's it. That's all that's on the top of my head right now. So that is all for my BTS related things in Korea video. Also just realized that Jimmy's ear has been up this whole time. Poor teen. I also want to like kind of apologize. I'm sorry that I didn't have Hoseok or Yoongi cup sleeve event, but for some reason when I went to all of the Hoseok events that I went to and all of the Yoongi events that I went to, I just like forgot to ever bust out my camera. So that's my fault. That's really my fault. That's really my fault. I'm sorry. I'll definitely be making in the future a video on my cup sleeves, like all of the ones I have, just showcasing my cup sleeve. It's like its whole own collection. And how I find the cup sleeve events and everything. I'll do a whole video on that too, probably in the future. As for now, that is all. Continue leaving your video recs, as always, in the comments. Stay cool. Stay fresh. Ow, that cracked. Stay loving yourself. Stay speaking yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, ta-ta. Ta-ta.